CigarClub family, Dave here to talk about this month's featured cigar, the Illusione Fume de Amor in Corona Gorda. Let's get into it. As many of you know, every single month, me and the team get together to smoke cigars for our box. And we have one special cigar that we pick every single time that will be our featured cigar. This is a cigar that goes into most everyone's box, unlike all the other cigars we pick that are matched up individually, where some people will get it and other people won't. Our featured cigar is one we believe everyone in our membership will enjoy. It's definitely a daunting task, but time and time again, it's proven to be really exciting when we see people who only smoke mild cigars smoking something more in the medium plus range and really enjoying it, and vice versa for our guys and gals that smoke full-bodied sticks and we send something more in the mild plus to low medium range and they're also really enjoying it. This month is no exception with the fantastic cigar from Illusione. Now this cigar is really interesting. It's a Nicaraguan Puro made at Aganorsa with a AAA grade wrapper. It's a Corojo 99 from Jalapa, which is really known for its sweetness. The other thing to note about this cigar is the inside of it. It uses no ligero or high priming tobacco. For those of you that don't know, high priming tobaccos are the leaves on a tobacco plant towards the top that get the most sun exposure. These tend to be a little more spicy, a little stronger, and more full bodied. What Illusione did was use all low priming tobaccos, meaning leaves that don't get as much sun exposure as the ones at the top, resulting in a really delicate, nuanced, medium bodied cigar that's not gonna, rip your face off or make you feel sick, but still give you all of those big flavors that we know and love with Illusione cigars. Some of you may know, but I was in Chicago this past, week, 10 days ago. I was in Chicago this month and I was hanging out with Paul LOUNG at Fume Spirits. Fume Spirits makes incredible bourbons and gins, and we got in touch with them last month. I made the trip out there because I wanted to start putting pairings together for every single one of our featured cigars every month. This month, I happened to be out there with our featured cigars, sat down with Paul and his team, and we started smoking them and talking about them and seeing what whiskeys or spirits Paul had that would pair nicely. Paul immediately went into the distillery and grabbed two whiskeys, a single malt and his cold cut bourbon. Now, I am a coffee purist, I'm a bourbon purist, I'm a cigar purist. Infusing any of those three always makes me feel weird. So when I heard that the cold cut bourbon has a little bit of cold brew coffee in it, I was kind of on the fence. However, you learn to trust people that are really, really good at what they do in this industry and in spirits and in wine and in coffee. And Paul said, trust me, take a sip and let me know what you think. Started drinking this, then we tried the single malt whiskey, and I just kept coming back to this cold cut bourbon. What does cold cut mean? When a bourbon is in a barrel, it's at barrel proof, 120, 130 proof. When it comes out of the barrel and goes to be bottled, they normally cut it with water to bring it down to bottle proof. So you might see bourbon on your shelf that is at 80 proof or 90 or 100 or 105. That's all brought down with water to create the perfect profile for that whiskey. Instead of using water, Paul and his team have used cold brew coffee, and I'm really not kidding around with you guys. It is fantastic. It just won the Flavored Whiskey of the Year internationally, I think a couple months ago, which is just wild. You take a sip of this and it's not coffee. It's just smooth and sweet bourbon. It doesn't have a heavy bite. And when you pair that with a cigar like the Fume de Amor that doesn't have strong, bold, spicy ligero or high priming tobaccos, it's such a nice complement. It brings out the sweetness while still highlighting more of those nuanced fruity notes that you get in the cigar, especially in this great ring gauge of 46. So we started drinking the cold cut bourbon, we were smoking this cigar, and we all were just like looking at each other. This is it, this is perfect. It totally makes sense and it works. So I'm really excited to announce that this month's featured pairing is our Illusione Fume de Amor and the Fume Spirits Cold Cut Bourbon. I'll put a link in the description where you guys can go buy this whiskey. Definitely check out your local shop. They will probably have it on the shelves or at least something from Fume. If not, go ahead and click that link down below. It would be awesome for you guys to order this and smoke it with this cigar when you get your boxes this month. And on September 3rd, Paul, the owner of Few Spirits, is actually going to be joining me on a Zoom lounge for our Cigar Club family. You all will get the info for that later on this week. I'll also put the info and the link down in the description below. This will be happening September 3rd, I believe at 8 o'clock p.m. All right, guys, that's enough talking. It's time for me to go enjoy our featured cigar this month with the Few Cold Cut Bourbon. I will see you back here next month to go over our new featured cigar of the month. Happy smoking.